All right, guys. So I was doing my initial walkthrough, and you won't believe what I found. Check this out. Hey, everybody. The yard I'm doing today, I reached out. I'm actually come home on vacation, and found a lady that needed help with the yard. So I brought my stuff, borrowed my little brother's lawnmower, and we knocked this out for free. She was using a battery-operated weed eater to try to mow the back, and she just couldn't do it. So we're gonna take care of that. We're gonna get her where she ain't got to worry about that. So y'all sit back, y'all enjoy, and let's get to work. All right, guys. As you can see, this tree. There's no way I can get that out. I'm not even gonna try to. We'll just clean up around that and best we can. But there is no way I can haul that out. So we'll do what we can with what we got. I don't have my flat shovel. Got that round shovel. Did get these new gloves though, so when I catch stuff, y'all probably be able to see it better. So I'm hoping to find a copperhead in this mess, but we'll see. Let's get back to work. Hey guys, TP here. I've got a good one today. I'm fishing on vacation back home in East Tennessee, and I hooked up with two special guests today that's going to help me mow this yard. I got my two brothers, my little brother and my big brother, Jeremy and Gary. Y'all want on?
Peace Daddy and Boom Daddy.
They're nerds, but yeah, y'all want on? So this is my
What's
little.
up? I'm Jeremy.
It's Jeremy, and then my older brother. I guess he thinks he's Mr. Cool. So we'll.
Peace Daddy.
Y'all met my dorky brothers, but we're gonna get started on this. We're gonna get started on this, knock this out. Y'all enjoy and let's get to work. Y'all are nerds.
All right, boys. Saddle up. Lock and load.
So my older brother, Gary, Mr. Cigar, he's got the little chainsaw, so he'll come back and saw his little stobs up. I'm gonna get up in the front yard and start getting that weed eated. They're in the backyard already mowing, but I'll catch up here shortly. Alright, I'll get my chainsaw. I'll get my old brother, he's got the chainsaw, so I'll get him to follow me and get all them stobs that are sticking up. Weed eater over this one more time. I'm not gonna put my edger in that because I end up getting tripped. And I know here in Tennessee they do the stones, and A lot of people put like moss in there and it'll grow that moss because it don't get long, and it actually looks nice. Kind of looks old, but yeah, I'm gonna wait this one more time though. The wire I tore up, it's a phone wire. It was already disconnected, so don't have to worry about that. But I'll let the homeowner know. All right, let's get back at it. I do want to say thanks to both of my brothers, my little brother Jeremy and my older brother Gary, aka Mr. Cigar. I really had a great time with you guys and look forward to doing this again. So got them vines right there. Them things will grow back. They're so eat up of weeds. I'm just gonna cut them down. They'll grow back, and they can deal with that. I'm gonna get rid of it for now though. All right, it's got hot today. It's I think about 97. Humidity's like bad. I'm not used to this humidity from that Texas dry heat, but eventually I'll adapt to it here and be good. But I had about a 10-minute chat with a neighbor, real nice guy. He let me know when the people used to live there before they passed away, how nice the yard was and how they always had a little garden in the back. All right, guys. That you can see the tree. So all that stuff, not gonna mess with that no more. It's just a bunch of loose, broken. It's actually that tree's rotted. It's just a lot of loose logs in there, rotten logs. I'm just not gonna climb up there. I got that best I could. I know I'm gonna get some slack on that, but I do want to show you the rest of the tree though, if I can. I don't know if you can see that tree up on top of the roof. Let's see if I can get you better. But that tree fell on the roof there. I don't know if you can see that. I had to come back for a second day to finish this yard up. My brothers, unfortunately, had to go back to work, so they ain't gonna be able to help me. But over here, if you can see all that, I'm not getting near that. That's infested with poison ivy, and yeah, I'm not taking that home. And then back in there, that's all poison ivy, which I'm probably not even gonna put my weed eater in most of that because, like I say, I can't take that stuff back home. That stuff kills me. But we don't have a lot left today. I've still got some weed eating. I got to get all these branches that my brother he cut. I don't know how many trees he cut down, but I don't know what I'm gonna do with all that. I have no way of hauling that. And being in Tennessee, having Texas tags, I can't go to the dump. They won't let me in the dump with Texas tags because I'm not a resident, which is understandable. But I don't know. They got that, and then he's got that. But I've still got to clean all that out. There's a few trees in there that I'm probably not gonna cut. They're like maples, and I think there might be an oak in there somewhere. I'll kind of look through it and see, but I will definitely get the weeds and stuff out. But all right, let's get to work. Looks like a rose bush. a lot of thorns. I'll leave that there. I don't think it's going to come back, but maybe it will. So those them old shrubs, they got a real thick root system on them. I went ahead and cut them down just because they've not been cared for. Everything's will grow back. They like weeds. So that'll kind of take care of itself. Another thing, so we got all these trees we cut down, and I done pulled some out front. Neighbor come out and told me that the city will fine me since I'm technically a professional lawn care service. They will fine me. So I'm just gonna pile these up and I'll let the homeowner know. She'll have to get somebody to come out and move them because I'm doing this for free. So, but it's still technically a professional lawn service. So I won't get a fine. I can't afford that. So I don't have no way to do anything with that. I can't go to the dump. They won't take me with the dump with the Texas tags. So the homeowner's gonna have to figure that one out. So, but anyway, let's get back to work. All right, guys. So I was doing my initial walkthrough, and you won't believe what I found. Check this out. It looks like somebody come in on this abandoned property and planted some illegal drugs. So we'll definitely take care of that and dispose of that properly, we'll find somebody. I'll probably end up just calling the police and letting them come get that, but we'll take care of it. All right, back to work. Nah,
You gonna dig up the weed plants? Huh?
no.
Bad boys, bad boys.
What you gonna do?
Somebody gonna be mad tomorrow. So, a little about me. I have been clean and sober for 27 years. I just hit that this year. I'm not I'm not gonna mow around somebody's pot plant. I don't care about it. It ought not be done. I ain't trying to judge. I'm just saying it's illegal in Tennessee. So it's illegal. If you smoke that stuff, hey, that's your business, not mine. I'm not judging you. But as for me, I can't do it. But I'll find me a cop. And I'll find a police officer and turn this stuff over to him and be done with it. All right, let's get back to work. So a lot of these trees are entwined in the fence. I'm cutting them. I'm getting all I can out of them. Like this one. I actually bent the chain link on that, so we're gonna stop on that one. So come start my truck up, sit in the cool for a second, and kind of cool off. This humidity's killing me. But I come back to my truck, and somebody left me 2 waters on my truck. So if you're watching and you left them, I really appreciate that. Thank y'all so much. All right, let's take that break and we'll get back to work. All right, so I found the owners of that marijuana. It's the neighbors. They keep coming out back and I guess trying to intimidate me. Well, it is what it is. Yeah, they'll get over it. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna try to start in that. I've noticed there's a lot of poison ivy in that too, so I don't know if I've got it all over me yet, but I'm gonna try my best to avoid that. I hate doing that because I don't want to be that guy, you know. But I'm running out of shade here. My camera keeps overheating. I'm trying to find some shade to put it in, but I don't have any. But anyway, let's try to get back to work. Looks like I found a yellow jacket nest over there. Definitely don't want to get involved with them guys. I'm gonna try my best to get the rest of them little trees cut out and get done with it. All right, guys, that's about all I'm doing in there. Yellow jackets, poison ivy, which I think I done scattered all over me, but these little metal things, I can't get them up because them trees have rooted through them, so they're not coming. That's as close as I could get the weeds. Let's get back to work. that wraps it up. Had 2 days of mowing. I'm wore out. I'm not used to this humidity. But first day I had both my brothers here, so I'm glad I got to hang out with them guys. It's kind of rare that all three of us are together, which is just a crazy work schedule, but we did. We got to spend the day together, so I'm thankful for that. I hope y'all enjoyed it. But y'all, if you're not subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. I drove 1,200 miles to see my brothers and mow this grass, and I'm doing it for free. Please subscribe and watch these videos. That's the best way to help me. But I hope y'all enjoyed that. Remember, subscribe, like, comment. I'll answer every comment. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. I'll give you a walkthrough, and that's going to wrap it up for today. So, EP signing off from East Tennessee. I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my vacation. Y'all have a great one.